We are now hearing from Zelensky that just put a video online to address that his head of office has resigned. And I'm going to go ahead and read for you what he said. External strength is the foundation of our external unity and of our relations with the world. And for that internal strength to exist, there must be no reasons to get distracted by anything other than defending Ukraine. I want no one to have any questions for Ukraine, so today, these are the next internal decisions. First, there'll be a reset of the office of the President of Ukraine. The head of the office has submitted his resignation. I am grateful to Andriy for always representing Ukraine's position on the negotiation track exactly as it should be represented. It has always been a patriotic position, but I want to eliminate any rumors and speculations. As for the new head of the office, tomorrow I will hold consultations with those who may lead this institution. So, what do we think about this? Me? I think Zelensky's doing what's right here. First, he's being extremely transparent, which is why the board brought this to light. And because he doesn't want distractions going on with negotiations, he probably went to Andriy and went, yo, you need to go, because you're going to become a distraction when the peace talks should be the main focus. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. I'll be sure to keep you updated, so please do share my videos and follow me for more. An emergency has just been declared for all Airbus A320 jets, which will have them pulled out of service, which will affect your travel this week. Let's go ahead and break this down. According to a statement from Airbus, they said that an incident involving intense solar radiation had corrupted critical flight control data on A320. This is kind of what they think happened to a flight that was going from Cancun to Newark this past October. Because of this, the European Union Aviation Safety Agency is issuing an emergency directive mandating this software fix to all A320s. Luckily, about 2/3 of the aircraft that are currently flying would just need to be updated, or they need to roll back to an older software. That takes roughly about 2 hours. They're able to do that. But there's 1/3 of aircraft that need to change their hardware. This means that hundreds of A320s could be pulled from the ground right now and told that they cannot fly them until they fix this issue. Remember though, there's 11,000 of these aircraft. So all 11,000 either need the 2-hour update or rollback or need to fix the hardware. Those, at least here in the United States, American Airlines have about 340 of them. So that could be a problem. I know what you're asking, but what is the issue? What actually is causing this? Well, it's being traced all the way back to a certain software, which controls the plane's pitch, which is why in that incident from Cancun, the aircraft dropped altitude extremely quickly. So as soon as these aircraft are updated or rolled back or get new hardware, they will be good to go. In the meanwhile, there might be some issues on your flights in the future in terms of them having to ground certain flights means they need different aircraft, which could cause delays. I'll be sure to keep you updated on this though, so please do share my videos and follow me for more. I think that this is the perfect example of the dysfunction that is the Trump White House and how every single time Trump does something, it's about money. And it's not about money that's going to help the American people. Instead, it's about how the Trump administration can make money for themselves and their partners. And a great example of this is those who were billionaires and gave a lot of money to the Trump administration to get into positions of power. And for that, we look at Steve Witkoff, who is already a billionaire. But over the past 8 months, we've noticed that this guy has no experience dealing with anything foreign policy at all. And every time he does something, it backfires to the point to where now this guy has done treason against the United States, essentially telling our enemy, the Russians, what they need to say to Donald Trump to persuade him or mislead him into something that he would not typically sign. And I know what you're saying. How does someone like this get into that position? Because of $2 million. You see, over the past few years, Steve Witkoff had given close to $2 million to many Trump organizations or PACs that were funneling to the Trump administration. And in doing so, he bought himself a seat in a position in which, if he does things a certain way, he can make more billions of dollars. And that's where Russia and Ukraine comes in. You see, the Russian economy and the market's been closed to the outside world for almost 4 years now, mostly because every country doesn't want to work with, well, a genocidal country, a criminal country. And so everyone did the right thing. They stepped back. But Steve Witkoff knows that when that market opens, he wants to be the first one in there to develop, to make money, because that market's going to be ruined. And so every time he's met with Putin or gone out to Russia, he met with Russian officials that deal with finance. And they go on these little tours, and you could buy this, you could buy that, we could do this and do that, which is why Steve Witkoff had been working in Russia's favor when it comes to peace negotiations. Because at the end of the day, his $2 million bought him a ticket to be the first person in the door into Russia, once this war is over, to start making billions of dollars. This is the perfect example of how the Trump administration works. They only do things that make money for themselves in crypto and other things, or the buddies that gave them money or loyalty for the past few years. And it's upsetting because at the end of the day, do you know who loses? The American people. You lose and I lose. But this is just one example. There are plenty out there. If you got one of your own, let me know in the comment section below. I'll be sure to keep you updated though, so please do share my videos and follow me for more.